Every single day, your cat watches you disappear behind a closed door. And every single day, they lose their mind over it. That paw sliding under the door, that pitiful meow echoing through the bathroom, that stare when you finally come out, like you owe them an explanation. Most people laugh it off as classic cat weirdness, but what's actually happening in that moment is one of the most revealing things your cat will ever do. And once you understand it, you'll never shut that door the same way again. Let's start with something that might completely change how you see your cat's bathroom behavior. Your cat genuinely believes you might be in trouble. It sounds dramatic, but hear this out. When you walk into a small enclosed room and close the door behind you, you're triggering something ancient in your cat's brain. In feral cat colonies, cats naturally look out for each other during moments of vulnerability, while eating, sleeping, or when they're cornered in a space with limited escape routes. A bathroom checks every single one of those boxes. Small room, one exit, no sight lines. From a survival standpoint, it's basically a trap. Your cat isn't following you because they're bored or nosy. They're positioning themselves as your lookout, monitoring the situation the same way their wild ancestors would monitor a vulnerable member of the group. That paw reaching under the door isn't neediness, it's patrol behavior. They want to confirm you're okay, and they want you to know they're right there if you're not. This protective response is backed up by what we know about cat attachment. Research from Oregon State University found that around 65% of domestic cats form what's classified as a secure attachment bond with their owner. The same type of attachment pattern seen in human infants and their caregivers. For a securely bonded cat, your disappearance behind a closed door doesn't just trigger curiosity. It triggers genuine concern. They care about where you are and what's happening to you. So the next time your cat camps outside the bathroom door and cries like something terrible is occurring, consider the possibility that from their perspective, something terrible might actually be occurring. You walked into a high-risk space and you haven't come back yet. Their entire job right now is making sure you do. But protection is only one piece of this, because here's something even more surprising. Your cat also thinks you might be eating without them. This sounds absurd until you understand feline instinct. In the wild, when a cat catches prey, the very first thing they do is find somewhere private. They drag the kill away from the group, tuck themselves into a secluded spot, and eat alone. Not out of selfishness, out of survival. Sharing a meal in the wild means losing a meal. Now look at your behavior from your cat's point of view. Every single day, you walk into a small room, close the door, and stay there for several minutes. That pattern matches almost perfectly with what a cat does when they've caught something and don't want company. Closed door, isolation, extended time inside. To your cat's brain, this sequence reads like one thing. You found food, and you're keeping it to yourself. Resource competition is one of the strongest behavioral drives in cats. Even well-fed, comfortable house cats carry this wiring. Their brain doesn't pause to rationalize the situation. It reacts, and the reaction is, get in there and find out what's happening. This is also why some cats will sniff the air obsessively when they follow you into the bathroom, or why they do a quick sweep of the floor when you finally open the door. They're not greeting you. They're checking for evidence. They want to know what you had whether there's any left. There's a third reason your cat follows you in there, and this one is less about instinct and more about how deeply they've studied you. Cats are creatures of routine. They don't experience time the way humans do, but they are extraordinarily good at mapping the world around them through patterns. When you wake up, when you eat, when you sit on the couch, when you reach for your keys, all of it gets logged. And yes, your bathroom trips are part of that map. Your morning routine isn't random to your cat. It's a sequence they've memorized. The alarm goes off, you get up, you head to the bathroom. Your cat knows this is coming before you've even moved. That's why some cats are already waiting outside the door before you've walked toward it. They're not following you. They're anticipating you. And this matters more than just being a cute quirk. Research published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior found that disruptions in an owner's daily routine were associated with stress responses in some cats. Things like excessive grooming, hiding, and changes in litter box behavior. Your predictability is genuinely important to your cat's sense of security. Your bathroom trip isn't just a bathroom trip to them. It's one fixed point in the daily rhythm they've built their sense of stability around. Before we get into the deeper stuff, if this is landing for you and you're seeing your cat differently already, take 2 seconds to hit like and subscribe to Whisker Diary. We break down cat behavior like this every week, and there's a lot more to cover. Back to your cat's bizarre bathroom obsession. Here's one that surprises a lot of people. When your cat rubs against your legs the moment you sit down in the bathroom, it's not just affection. It's a reclaiming operation. Cats have scent glands along their cheeks, forehead, chin, and the base of their tail. Every time they rub against something or someone, they're depositing pheromones. These are completely undetectable to humans, but to other animals, they're essentially a signature that reads, "This belongs to me." The bathroom makes this particularly urgent for one simple reason. You just washed, showered, used soap, handled products, and in doing so, you've scrubbed away whatever scent they put on you last time. From your cat's perspective, you've just erased them, so they follow you in, and they get straight to work. Legs, ankles, hands, whatever surface they can reach. They're reapplying their scent mark as efficiently as possible. This is why cats often seem more affectionate in the bathroom than anywhere else. It's not that they love you more in that room. It's that the bathroom is the one place in the house that systematically removes their claim on you. And they know it. They're not being sweet. They're being strategic. You're their territory, and they're not about to let the soap win. While we're on the subject of strategy, your cat has figured out something about the bathroom that most people don't consciously register. When you're in there, you're not going anywhere. Cats are patient, highly observant animals. They study your behavior constantly, and at some point, they made a very important observation. When you're sitting on that toilet, you're stationary. You're not getting up to go to the kitchen. You're not drifting toward the front door. You're not picking up your phone and wandering off. You're sitting still in a predictable location for a predictable amount of time, and your cat has decided to make the most of it. This is why the bathroom becomes one of the most intense places for cat attention-seeking behavior. The loudest purring, the most persistent headbutts, The deep, unblinking eye contact. They've identified a guaranteed window of your presence, and they show up fully for it. No competition from the TV, no risk you'll suddenly leave, no distractions. Just you, sitting still, captive in the best possible sense of the word. It's honestly a little bit clever when you think about it, but here's the part that matters most. And it's the one that tends to hit cat owners right in the chest when they really understand it. When your cat follows you into the bathroom, they're not just looking out for you. They're choosing to be vulnerable with you. Think about what a bathroom actually looks like from a cat's perspective. It's small, it's enclosed. There's one way in and one way out. No high spots to escape to. No clear sight lines. No room to maneuver if something goes wrong. In the wild, this is exactly the kind of space a cat would avoid. Every survival instinct they have is screaming at them to stay out of rooms like this. But they go in anyway, because you're in there. That decision to override their own survival instincts in order to be with you is not small. It's actually one of the most significant things your cat can communicate. When they cross that threshold into the bathroom, they're telling you that their trust in you is stronger than their biological drive to stay safe. They're saying, I know this space puts me at a disadvantage. I know I have no escape route, but I feel safer next to you than I do out here on my own. Not every cat will do this. A cat that doesn't fully trust their person will absolutely sit outside the door and wait. But a cat that follows you inside and stays there, relaxed, rubbing against you, or just sitting at your feet, is showing you something that can't be faked. That's real trust. That's your cat choosing you over their own instinct to protect themselves. And remember, that 65% figure we mentioned earlier, those securely bonded cats see their person as a safe base, not just a food source, but someone whose presence alone makes the world feel less threatening. If your cat is a bathroom follower, there's a very good chance you are that person for them. So the next time you close that bathroom door, and immediately hear the scratch of tiny paws, the cry of a cat who simply cannot accept this separation. Try not to be annoyed. What's actually happening is this: an animal with 1,000 years of wild instinct running through their blood has decided that you are worth the risk. They think you might be in danger. They think you might be eating something good without them. They've built their entire sense of routine around your movements. And more than anything else, they trust you enough to follow you somewhere their instincts tell them not to go. That's not a quirk. That's a declaration. Maybe let them in next time.